Hello, dear children. Good morning, children. Today I am going to start with the new lesson, and the name of the lesson is your fourth lesson, the United Nations. So, all of you open page number 281 in your textbooks. Today I am going to start with the lesson, the United Nations. So, children, in this chapter you will find so many difficult words. So I am going to tell you all the meanings to the difficult words, and you need to underline and write down on your textbooks whenever I will tell the meaning to the difficult words that we find. Okay. So before going to start the lesson, let us see the warm-up part. Imagine that you had an argument with your friend. Basically, in school or with our neighbors, we are having some friends and we have some arguments with them for some times, right? How did you resolve it? So, how will you solve your problem? I mean, if you and your friend has an argument in between, how will you solve it? Who did you go for help? You might have gone to your parents or your teacher to help solve your argument. So, you will go for help either to your parents or to the teacher, right? In order to solve the argument. Now, think of the world and its many countries. So, in the world, we have so many countries, right? So, once think of the world and its many countries. What would happen if two countries got into an argument? So, if two friends had an argument, you will go to your friends, or you will go to your parents or teacher. If two countries have an argument, then where will they go? Who would resolve their fight? So you have to answer it, okay? After listening to the chapter, answer to the question, okay? In this lesson, you are going to learn about the United Nations, its various agencies, the international days that are observed by United Nations. See, United Nations, UN, United Nations. The 20th century saw two world wars which were highly destructive and claimed millions of lives. So, in the 20th century, there happened two world wars and they were highly destructive and millions of people were died at that time. After the First World War, which lasted from 1914 to 1918. So, the First World War happened from 1914 to 1918, nearly 4 years. The League of Nations was formed to prevent further wars. So, after First World War, a League of Nations was formed. Why do they formed? They formed in order to prevent the future wars. Okay, further wars means future wars. However, the league failed and the Second World War broke out in 1939. So, this League of Nations was failed, and again the Second World War came to be happened in the year 1931. This war was more devastating. What do you mean by devastating means? Devastating means, children, damaging. D-A-M-A-G-I-N-G, damaging. This war was more damaging than the previous one. Which is the previous one? First World War. In the First World War itself, and they were highly destructive and so many lives were collapsed, whereas this Second World War was more dangerous than the previous one. It ended with the dropping of atomic bombs on Japanese sites of Hiroshima and Nagasaki in 1945. So in the Second World War, the people dropped atomic bombs on Japanese sites like Hiroshima and Nagasaki in the year 1945. After the Second World War, countries of the world were determined. What do you mean by determined, children? Having a strong feeling to solve. So, countries of the world were having a strong feeling to solve to prevent another world war. So, all the countries have determined to prevent the further world wars. Thus, the League of Nations was replaced by the United Nations organization. So, this League of Nations was replaced by UN, United Nations organization, in order to prevent another wars. On 24th October 1945, the United Nations was formed with the purpose to achieve universal peace, harmony, and international cooperation. So, in the year 1945, on October 24th, United Nations was formed. Why? Why does it formed? It formed with the purpose to achieve universal peace, harmony. Harmony means agreement, and international cooperation means working together. All the nations should work together. These goals are framed in the character of the United Nations. There were 51 original or founding members of the United Nations, including India, who signed the United Nations Charter. So, in this United Nations Charter, there were 51 original founding members. There are founding members including India. So, all of them signed the UN Charter. The purpose of the United Nations is, so what is the purpose of the United Nations? First one, to maintain international peace and security and take effective collective measures for the prevention and removal of threats to peace. So, the purpose of the United Nations is to maintain international peace and security and to take effective measurements to prevent and remove threats. What do you mean by threats? Threats means something that causes trouble. So, in order to prevent and remove threats to peace. Okay. And the second purpose of the United Nations is to develop friendly relations among nations based on respect for the principle of equal rights and self-determination of the people. So, the second point, the purpose of the United Nations is to develop friendly environment among nations and to respect each other for the principles of equal rights. So, all nations should have equal rights and self-determination. What do you mean by self-determination, children? Self-determination means process by which a person controls their own life. So, self-determination of the people, they will control their own life. They will control among themselves. Okay. And the purpose of the United Nations is to achieve international cooperation in solving international problems of an economic. Economic means country's economy. Okay. Social, cultural or humanitarian. What do you mean by humanitarian, children? Humanitarian means concerned with human welfare and in promoting and encouraging respect for human rights and fundamental freedom for all. Fundamental freedom means a set of rights under the law. Okay. So, a fundamental freedom for all. This is the third point of the purpose of the United Nations. And fourth purpose of the United Nations is to be the center for harmonizing the actions of nations in the attainment. Attainment means achieving goals of these common ends. So, these all the purposes of the United Nations to be formed. So, once go through the today's video, children. If you have any doubts, you can ask me. We will continue the remaining part in our next class. Okay. Bye children. Thank you.